Hello everybody, I'm here with a Nova Drift build for you today. So today we're going to be looking to make a very large Leviathan. In order to do that, we're going to start out with black if we can get it, which we'll do. Just because it's a good early game weapon. Shield doesn't matter, you just want something that actually does damage. So like Orbital, Shockwave, Halo, all fine. I'll go with Siphon because I like the color. But yeah, we're going to be getting rid of our shield in this build if we don't need it. And then we're looking for research as our body. To start with, we're going to switch to Leviathan. Eventually, probably fairly late. No research in the pool, so we actually rerolls are very important in this game. So I'm just going to decline this and hope we get the research. And if we just get to a point where there's no research and no mods we want to take, then I'll just restart the run. Which is not ideal, but I think rerolls are very critical. So Discord would be good early. This will lock extra damage. Get wild mods. We want to get this cargo train. It can reroll for us. Which it did, which is very nice. Of these slipstreams, the only one we want to take. This is a critical mod for this build. We're looking to get to negative friction, which will cause us to accelerate continuously in the direction we're moving. Because normally friction accelerates against the direction you're going, but once it's negative, it accelerates in the same direction. None of these other things we think we want. Eventually, we're going to have 0 thrust, so we don't care about improved thrusters. We're getting rid of our weapon and making hit power, so we don't want constructs or weapon. And the other thing we're looking for is research, which we didn't get, so it's a slipstream fix. Hopefully, we'll get a research relatively early. Not here, but we'll take regen. Very much a hull build. There's research, great. So basically right now we're looking for Randers and Chaotic Ambitions. This is a very, very wild mod heavy build. So those are things we care about. Let's get rid of Outrage module. We'll take Reconstruction. And since there's no wild mods, we're not going to banish anything here. Take Juggernaut or Adaptive Armor. I'll start with Juggernaut just for the crash damage. We get to hit the power, we're going to need that. So we're in pretty good shape so far. Really just looking for early Granders. Make us happy. Defiance is another one that we're going to want to keep in the pool. We probably want 2 or 3 of these over the course of the run. But opportunity to get rid of Scorching Wake here. Get rid of Galvanic. I'll take Candescence. We do need to get to Purification. Corrosion. Earlier you can get Corrosion, or you're going to be able to do damage. Black being able to apply Corrosion is pretty valuable. Generally, you want Corrosion before the Station Omega fight. Okay, we've got some more wild mods to get rid of. Yeah, I'll get rid of Caliber too. There's Corrosion. Corrosion is also very good against Enemy Snake. And it could be good against Constructors, which here's things. So Polar Inversion. We could get rid of it, but Absorption is pretty valuable. And I do want to save rerolls for situations where there's literally nothing good to take. Okay, we do have ourselves a Champion Constructor here. Just gonna try and chase down. Looking for one segment. I don't know which one I had low anymore. So just hit that one. More damage than I want to take. Okay, so Quantum Decoherence we do want to keep for later. Obviously, you don't want it now. We make sure we banish everything we care about first. Masochism. Here's a Winnow. If we had a good Winnow, we'd be thrilled to take it, but we actually need Rampage, Adaptive Armor, and Kinetic Boost. Grab the Adaptive Armor now. Slipstream again, need to keep. I'm going to focus on getting the non-wild mods first. Just generally they do more earlier. Purification and core shielding both good here. Start with purification. Rebuke we're gonna want, but we'll want it later. Grab Adrenal. We're in decent shape. We haven't seen a Grander. We haven't seen Chaotic Ambition. Chaotic Ambition we don't want too early, but we're gonna want 5 or 6 probably. Dodge these guys a little bit. Well, that was convenient. Death Blossom we'll get rid of. We don't want any of these. And this is like Force Armor. We'll grab Kinetic Boost. Get a little bit more damage. Okay, we found our first Grander. That's very nice. Grab Core Shielding. We don't want any of these. Very unfortunate. So we'll just banish Celestial Lands. That will just kill us if we take it back. And these take Skirmish. We are ready for Station Omega, which will get us back into the positive rerolls. General strat here is during this phase, you take from the inside, just hit the nubs. And now, start getting out. Be trapped inside on the orbs. And then as this gets back around to you, screen wrap it. And we'll just pull it down with our corrosion. Fortunate we didn't get any cargo trains during this. That's there. Show up during this fight. Go. We got 1 reroll out of that. So we'll get Energized Shield. This is a good opportunity to take Transmogrification, because we already are at 0 rerolls. Take that, we got our Grander, Chaotic Ambition, and I'm actually going to take a Hyper Metabolism, because I want to pick up 1 or 2 of them, and then I do want to banish it. I don't need too many of them. Unfortunately, I didn't get all of its kills there. Missed out on a little bit. XP, potentially. Alright, here we got some rerolls again, so let's start getting rid of these bad mods. Dying Star is an option here, but the 11 self damage is pretty significant. We tend not to need damage later in the game. It's mostly survivability that matters, so we'll just leave it now. But I've been known to take them up violently sometimes. There goes our boost. Rocks flying around. Those. Okay, now we have hidden power. Grab that. Terminate, also what we're looking for here. I think we're just gonna eat that black hole. We've got enough regen, that's fine. Mostly relying on our orbs to do damage here. probably the most dangerous part of the run, is right after you get hit power, but before you're really ready to push the Leviathan. I could have saved it to later. That might have been wise. At this point, I'm going to take you for the extra armor stack. Slipstream for friction would be good, or Defiance plating. I'm going to hold off on taking Defiances because I expect we'll be taking them more later when there's less fuel. For now, I think I'll keep going with the non-wild. We're seeing the value of corrosion against the snake. Take them all out at once. Here, yeah, let's Maelstrom. So we're now in a situation where we don't really want most of the stuff we're seeing. We do not have rerolls. So this could be where the run sort of starts to run into problems. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot you can do against the flips. As you see, if you charge it, take a lot of damage. Just have to get rid of the shield and orbs. That's to be able to damn it. Come on. There we go. Let's hope this has reroll. Boost, fortunately. So right now, we're really dependent on fighting rerolls. We'll see if we can beat the Scion. We're not really in good shape to. It's gonna be line and circles. There's a reroll, so that's nice. Okay, what do we got here? None of this stuff we care about. Polar inversion. Okay, Revelation is nice. We really want to save this for Brander. Which ideally we'll find next level. We're just gonna hang out, hope our orbs get through. I expect that we won't kill the Scion in time. It's unfortunate. Uh-oh, that was dangerous. Okay, looking for rerolls. Got a boost. Something. Probably should not have taken in power this early. We are seeing lots of cargo train. Pretty valuable. I don't know if they're just more likely to show up during bosses or something, but it certainly feels that way sometimes. So, dangerous. Okay, there's another chaotic ambition, which is very nice. Oh shoot, I just took 3 of them. I meant to save that for Branders, but well, now we're more likely to find Branders. Okay, we have unfortunately ended the wave while still in the Scion fight, and then got sucked in the black hole, which is great. But hey, sometimes you gotta make life hard for yourself. Oh, go catch that. Oh, cargo train. Got part of it. Oh, wow, that was extraordinarily dangerous. somehow we survive. Okay. Have I banished anything? I don't think I have yet, otherwise I'll just take 5. Instead I will take a defiance, get ourselves our defense. Oh, this is the big boy juggernaut. Kill us easily. Best hope is for a meat for shower cups aphids. Unfortunately, we've got a lot of regen. There we go. Exactly what we're looking for. Okay, there's the Grander. We're gonna take Phantom Strike at this point. Twin Strike. Session. There's a case for getting rid of Chaotic Ambition here. I'm actually into the second type of metabolism. And take we'll get spontaneous. That was the downside of taking other types of metabolism. Don't want Flying Star. Auto built on. Quite dangerous to us at this point. I think it might be time to start in with Rampage. Creating one more chaotic. 4. Yeah, take the 5th. Getting carried by Discord orbs at this point. Sure. We'll take the Phantom Strike finally. Extra crash damage. Be valuable. Grander. I think we're never taking. Oh no. And then not one. It's time, I believe, to take Leviathan. Take one. Yeah. I think so. So Ataraxia is like questionable. I think we're gonna try and not. Right now we're looking for 7 slipstreams, 5, 6. Again, we're never skipping Grander. 7. Take our 8th slipstream. Now start stage Grander. Rampage. I'm just gonna check how fast I'm going now. Okay, so I think I do have a slipstream, Grander. Like at this point. Right, so this is the idea, is we're just gonna be this sort of AFK snake that goes along the map like this. And this is all made possible by Slipstream being a little bit absurd. We're going to take our first Evo niche at this point. So these are dangerous just because they thin your mod pool. Might actually save it because we really want to see as many Granders as we can. What are we at right now? 3, 5, 9. So yeah, we want to get up to like in the realm of 20 Granders if possible. We do want lots of niches. I'm going to take one, and then we'll go with a second Defiant, just to keep ourselves a little bit tankier. We're not big yet. Eventually, we're going to get to the point where we cover basically the whole scene. But yeah, now we're starting to see some voids. So we'll go with the Rampage. At this point, we don't really care about the mouse anymore. Okay, another Grander. Take our third Defiant. And we'll so we're starting to get there, sort of into the mid game, which is kind of the scariest part on this build. We still have some control over what we're doing, and we're not really big enough for. So let's look at our stats for the thing. So this crash damage resistance. Oh no, we're already at 90 knockback. Okay, so we just need a little bit more. Are we at 0 thrust yet? Not quite at 0 thrust yet. Probably will be now. Yes, so we're now at 0 thrust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 Grander. So that's 88%. And then plus Juggernaut is a minus 25. So we have no control over where we're going anymore. We're just relying on the fact that Slipstream gives us the negative friction to accelerate us. These Rampages now, they're not even providing thrust. They're just for the damage and hull. 3% hull, 7% global damage, slightly better than just Slipstream. I do think we want to go a little faster though, so I'm going to grab another Slipstream, and then I'll grab another page. Probably want to start taking the rest of our niches soon, just to get that extra segments. We're at a slightly unfortunate angle here where we're not green wrapping all that well. Hopefully something will help us out. Focus Grander there. Let's take the second niche now. We just don't want to get fully locked by 7 voids. So right now there's 2 in the pool, which is not great, but not the worst. Really want something to bump us off angle. What's our regen? Regen's at 38.8, pretty good regen. We're not biggest snake yet, progress made. But really change angles here. Oh, this looks like it's a rampage to me. Extra hull is extra regen. Extra damage is always good. We're really hoping for one of those mine layers, shield, that bump us in a different direction. We've sort of reached the RNG portion of the build. Right now we're stuck in a very bad position because we're overlapping ourselves too much. I'm willing to take one more fission. I don't think there's anything not a wild on this. So ooh, looks like something updated us into a worse orientation. Well, that's very unfortunate. We could die. Okay, well, we're moving slowly now. Okay, that turned us again. Hopefully this one's better. There's the grander. Every grander is good. How many react? 12. So we probably want 3 or 4 more granders before we start going all in on niches. Taking the rampage. What are we at on hull now? 490. Okay, so here's Seraph. Nice, got it. Good RNG for the Seraph fight. Stalled here, which is like awkward. Grander again, excellent. Here, I think I'm willing to take on niche. So the nice thing about niche on Leviathan, now you're starting to see it, is Leviathan gets 1 segment for each of our levels. Niche gives us 10% on unique body gear powers. So that actually gives us an extra 10% segments. So since right now we are level 70, every niche that we have is giving us an extra 7 segments. Actually, perhaps slightly more because we start with the 10. So it might give us 11 base plus 1 per level. So that'd be 8 per niche. We also have Bravado, which gives us, I guess, 12 right now. 15. So this is sort of where you're starting to see we're getting close to covering the entire screen. A few more granders should be there. Granders doing double duty here of giving us extra size, which helps us cover more screen, as well as 2 levels, which gives us more segments. Also, the extra crash damage is pretty huge. And then, of course, the downside is supposed to be minus thrust rotation speed, prevent you from moving after a certain point, and we're using the fact that negative friction allows us to continue the direction we're going to mitigate that, although not entirely, because, as you see, we can't actually control anything right now. We have no way to turn. Well, we can physically turn slightly. Still, eventually, if we get enough granders, we won't be able to turn anymore either. But we can't change the direction we're accelerating. The way the friction works, it just accelerates us in the direction. I might actually want another slipstream or 2 just to speed up that sort of recovery acceleration when we bump into stuff. Unfortunately, we've bumped not a great angle right now, and there's the other extra for. So basically, At this point in the game, the build is just entirely the luck of, are you facing in a direction where you wrap the screen the right number of times without overlapping yourself. So what you want is sort of an angle like that I'm drawing with my mouse here, where you're sort of moving shallowly relative to the screen, and you're going to wrap at many points so that you're covering the whole screen. If you're going straight up and down or straight left right, that's sort of the worst scenario because you're covering the least amount of screen. And then even diagonal wraps like this, where sort of the way that the screen wraps causes you to overlap yourself, those are still not good. And again, we have no control over this. That's why I'm hoping this gets fixed at some point. At this point, literally, I'm doing nothing talking to this guy. So we're just gonna hope this gets as far as we can, and that as we level up, we're getting good. Any minute now, we'd love something to knock us out of this orientation, back into one of the more profitable ones. We get enough granders wide enough that this is less significant, but never going to go away entirely. At this point, pretty much, we'll continue like this until we reach a point where things are doing enough damage to us that they're outscaling our 48 regen. And we have 6 plating just to try and make sure everything that hurts us does 1 damage. Okay, we've been moved a little. This looks a little too straight left to right, which is unfortunate. At this point, I'll be taking another rampage. And then soon, I think I'm just going to take every niche I see, because we're going to get to a point where we stop really leveling much at all. Yeah, so this is about one of the worst orientations. I think the only thing worse than straight left right is straight up down. And look, we just got this one looks significantly better. We're going to have a number of stripes along the screen. And you can see we're not quite big enough to totally cover the screen. But by level 80 or so, if we grab another 2 granders, we should be pretty close. You can amuse yourself watching the orbs sort of chase our central head across the map, and the rainbow colors of the boots. We're getting close to 73 here. Hopefully should be another shot of the grander. And we got it. Perfect. Rampage. And I'm going to grab another Defiance here, mostly for the plating. I think that as we scale later in the game, well, although now I'm second guessing. We're still seeing enough mods that we're happy to take. I think if I'd been a little smarter, I could have gotten Chaotic Ambition out of the pool while I was on research. And then we would be seeing basically 1 extra opportunity for a mod we're looking for. Look at these little experience orbs just sort of swimming across the screen. So this looks to be like close to the perfect angle. We're not quite high enough level, enough segments in order to perfectly cover the screen there, but see how this angle fares. This one looks pretty unfortunate. See, we've got much more significant gaps between our segments. So we're looking for something to bump us back in the right direction. Hopefully it'll be the Celestial. So you saw we were taking 2 damage from some of those hits. That might be a sign we want another Defiance. Where are we at on health and regen? So yeah, we're at 600 hull, 50 regen. That'll go up and down based on our adaptive armor stacks. Is it channeling? But we need to be taking a lot of damage and die. I'd say most likely things to kill us are Singularities can do a lot of damage because we have no way to avoid them. So while we're, even though we'll move through them, no problem. While we're in them, we just take a bunch of damage. And then minefields are going to be the other fairly significant damage to us. Oh, you can see that one didn't really do much. And then there's potential for like hives to get a lot of those red balls of death onto the map. And then a Seraph or a Scion spawning in where it's able to get a bunch of the orbs or lasers off. Probably our most likely cause of death. I'm willing to grab another fish here. We're getting towards the state where it's high enough level for that. It's possible I should be holding out for more grandeurs, but yeah, so like here is just total chaos. So I suppose of things coming up that could kill us. Small chance we die in wave 200 if Seraph spawns in one of these gaps and just murders us with orbs. I would say not that likely though. I think at this point, it's pretty much the video. I'll just leave it running for the gameplay for those who are interested, but I'm gonna call the commentary quits here. So those of you watching, enjoy. Thanks for tuning in. Well, if you made it this far, that death was actually perfectly timed with me sitting back down after going to make some cookies. So, unfortunately, it's not the furthest I've made it on this build. Hit about 5 million the last attempt, so for that one I don't have a recording of. But here it is. If you want to be a very large snake with absolutely no control over when you die, because you can't move, but you still want one of your top scores, then I guess this is the build for you. Hope you enjoyed, everybody, and if you stuck it out this far, thanks for watching.